class. But when I picked them up from the airport, I was so excited, and I was trying to, and that's something that I know. And then I'm trying to shake her hand, and I see that she's kind of going back because culturally I'm a man, she is a woman, so it's like you don't shake their hand. You go to, the first time I went to Thailand, I'm shaking somebody else, they kind of, because they sawadika, that's how it's like they bow, like it's the king tradition that they have, etc. So these are cultural things. So that's not gonna kill you. But if you go to the US, somebody, they will hug you. If you go to France, somebody will, yes. You go to Brazil, it's kind of, it's like the distance in private. So culturally, that's the way it is. If you go to some societies, people will come here, they have to shake everybody's hands, they shake the hands of the men, and then they kiss the woman. And it's like, so cultural sensitivity is understand that there are certain things, they are basic. But you're sensitive to them because it's not something that is going to kill you. I go to South Korea and in Thailand also, certain places you have to leave your shoes outside. I can do that just to show respect, and that's okay. So the cultural particularity really are cultural practices that are unique to any one country. So understand that there are cultural particularities in Finland, in Germany, in Kenya, in Argentina, in Russia, in Malaysia, etc. In every country. And the totality of countries in the world constitute a multicultural world, because when you combine all the cultures that exist in the world, you have a world that is diverse, that is multicultural. And when people are traveling, going to different countries, you have multicultural experiences that are taking place. International students come here, students from here go to study elsewhere, etc. So you have intercultural communication, intercultural experience. And they exist at the global level, the national level, the regional level, the community level, and at the level of ethnicity as well. I was in Estonia, and I met people. I said, are you from, where are you from? I'm Russian. No, but I'm Estonian, but my parents are from Russia. So because Estonia is a smaller country, so they feel more pride to identify themselves with Russia, for example. So it's like, this is the ethnicity level. Somebody may say that, well, I'm Finnish, but I'm Swedish. Or somebody may say, I'm Swedish, but I'm Finnish. It's like, you have these type of things, and also this at the regional level. People from East or West, they think that, well, people from the East, they are this way, that way, so you have these things that exist, and they can play a pretty fast. So this is the national context of cultures that we talk about, and this is the international context, the national cultures, and the world culture that combines all the national cultures. And usually the individual is affected by all these things. Geographic region, physical differences, some people are short, some people are tall, right? Some people are skinny, some people are not so skinny. And race, ethnic groups, religion, sexual orientation, nationality, age. Older people, younger people. It depends on the context. Younger people may be seen differently, or older people may be seen differently, etc. These are things, gender, social class. People who are, from wealthy, educated family compared to people who are first generation college students. So these things, as an individual, we are affected by all of them. And so when you are teaching, we need to understand that the person that is the human being that you are teaching, all these things are there, we don't see them. But they are in play, and we need to factor them. whenever it's necessary. And so that's why, because of the multiculturalism, that is a source for conflict, because sometimes cultures will clash. People will say that, well, the way we do it is a better way. Oh no, the way I do it is a better way. That's when, intercultural communication, intercultural sensitivity, they call into play. And this is why we talk about the concept of cross-cultural or intercultural competence. And that there are some, which is really the awareness that we have about other cultures, the knowledge that we have about other cultures, the attitudes that we develop towards other cultures, the understanding and the sensitivity. When you combine these things, this is what we call cross-cultural competence, because they can affect positively the life, the productivity of an organization. I can tell you there is something that is called bigotry, which is discrimination, prejudice, bias, racism, sexism, etc. It can be costly for an organization, for an institution, for a society. That may not be the reality here, but I can tell you that in the United States, it costs. If a company is being caught discriminating against people, etc., now with Twitter, Facebook, etc., they can lose a lot of money. People can boycott them. People who say stupid things about an entire group, ethnic group, etc., sometimes they lose privileges. There is a guy who was going to actually to host the Oscar, and then he's a comedian, and he made some, really stupid jokes about people who are gays and lesbians. He said, if my son comes and said that he's gay, I will kill him, or something like that. So, and then he loses that opportunity, because it's, bigotry sometimes it has a cost in modern society, in a multicultural society. So here's my question to you. Paul told his friend Amanda, I've heard that people from Africa don't necessarily share the same cultural backgrounds. I just mentioned cultural awareness and cultural sensitivity, cultural knowledge. So would you say that Paul primarily shared his cross-cultural sensitivity, or his cross-cultural knowledge, or his cross-cultural awareness? Which one would you say? It's cross-cultural knowledge. Why?
Because he has heard.
Yes.
He doesn't know about it, but he heard about it.
Okay.
He's not sure about it.
Okay. Yes.
I would also say, depending to the context, you could, with this saying, act sensitive or aware.
So which one would you pick if you were to make a choice?
It depends on what has been said before and afterward.
But given the information that we have now,
this information, I would also pick knowledge. But you could also pick everyone.
Anyone else? What is knowledge?
Something that is known.
Yes, it's known. If you heard, then you cannot check, you cannot verify, you don't know that is true as a fact. Is it, true knowledge? That's a question. That's that happened in the US 2 years ago during the last election. Your neighbor here, not too far from here. Yeah, they put a bunch of things on Facebook and Twitter that are fake news, that are not fact-based, and people became aware of them, and that affect the way they vote, and that affect the way that we have Donald Trump as president. They are aware of certain things, but they didn't know whether it was true or false, etc. So they were aware of certain things, but they couldn't verify them. So really, you can have awareness about certain things, but it's not really knowledge. This is the starting point for cross-cultural competence. Being aware of something, but you're not sure. We are aware that there are various cultures in the world, but there are certain cultures we haven't even heard about, or we heard about them. We heard people talking about them, but we don't know, because people can demonize another culture, or they can embellish another culture as well. But you are aware. So being aware means that you are open to learn. Right? So this is it's really developing an understanding about another culture. It's like you develop a certain attitude. But as you can see at the bottom, being aware is not enough. Cultural knowledge has to be added on the top of cultural awareness for that to be effective. It's one thing to see a different cultural experience on TV or read about it in a book. It's another thing to live in that society, to see for yourself. This is why study abroad is something that is very important. Immersing yourself in a different cultural experience is very important, because it's not enough to learn about other cultures in the book or in videos, etc. It's important to live it. And I usually bring students from the US to study abroad. In the past, when I was in Wisconsin, I used to bring them to Czech Republic, to Prague, and Germany. It's a life-changing experience. Now I bring students to Thailand. And they have to try to learn Thai. And this is how they understand how it is to learn a language that is not your language. Going through the process of second language acquisition. You can read about it all you want, but until you experience it yourself, you cannot understand what it's like. So if you cannot understand what it's like, and you are teaching people who do not speak your language, you may think that they are stupid, they are dumb, they are lazy, or all those kind of things. But because it doesn't register from your own personal experience. So awareness and cultural knowledge, this is why they are important. Here's another one. Samantha said that she knows a lot about Arab cultural beliefs, systems, history, and values. Would you say that Samantha expressed her cross-cultural sensitivity, knowledge, or awareness? Based on that information that you have, yes?
I would say this one is knowledge.
It's knowledge, yes. Do we agree?
She experienced
Yes.
it herself, or she was reading about it.
Yes. Yeah. That's true. Yeah, that's cultural knowledge. I know. This is an assertive statement. That's familiarity with selected cultural characteristics, history, values, belief system, and views of the members of another ethnic group. It's you can acquire knowledge obviously from books, from reading, from videos, from movies, but also from personal experience as well. So there is a variety of ways to acquire cross-cultural knowledge. And then we have cross-cultural sensitivity. It's when we talked about that earlier. It's the understanding that cultures are not necessarily wrong or right, but some cultural practices can be wrong in a particular society and accepted in a different society. I have a student who graduated from my PhD program. She is from Pakistan, and she married in Pakistan, and then she divorced. She's not welcome back. If she goes back, she will be killed, because that is considered to be a shame for a family, for a community, etc. And they think that they are doing God works, because they think that they have to honor the prestige, the culture, tradition, etc. So these are things that exist in the world. That me as a person, I wouldn't support that. But I have to have the awareness of why that happens. So if I want to educate somebody who has to be my program, to acknowledge that, acknowledge the cultural differences is important. It's only then we can change. When I go to Thailand, a lot of my friends, they live in compound. Grandma is living in that house. This is the house. Uncle has the house there. Auntie has the house there, etc. So, and sometimes mom will say to the child, "Hey, you can't watch TV now." And grandma says, "Oh, leave him alone. Go watch TV." It's like, I wouldn't be able to live like that. Yeah, you are with your wife or your husband, and then mom says, "Hey, I'm busy. Let me in." But in some societies, in India, in Thailand, this is acceptable, and that's okay. But you cultural sensitivity helps you understand people for who they are. Whether you disagree or agree with what they do, but respect it. And so, in terms of level of cross-cultural competence, I have to leave some time for questions. There is a level of destructiveness, incapacity, blindness, competence and proficiency. As you can see, these are the authors who developed this continuum. I'll go quick to them. Destructiveness is when there are attitudes, policies, and practices that are destructive to other cultures. There was a time in Canada, there was a saying that said, we have to kill the indigenous in the indigenous people. That means it's not to kill them physically, but to destroy all their cultural traditions, to make them forget about them completely. So anything that can remind them about the cultural traditions that